Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Wow, what a weekend it has been, and what a stock market we have to get back to. It's always good to come back to work. Weekends are kind of boring without the stock market being open. I mean, there's crypto, but crypto's been kind of boring too because it's just kind of been going up. you know, Obviously that's a good thing. But yeah, look at Bitcoin and Ethereum straight up, and let's go ahead and look at futures as well and see how things are with our end of the year rally. And well, there you go. End of the year rally, straight green right now. Dow Jones futures up 0.36, S&P futures up 0.17, Nasdaq futures pretty much flat. Then we go over to bonds. Oh my gosh. The 10-year treasury yield has dropped under 1.5. This is incredible. It's almost like the market is reducing its expectations and forecasts for inflation rather than increasing them like we would have typically expected. So, wow, that's a little bit of a surprise to see that kind of drop in the bond yields right now. Yeah, let me see if tips went down as well. St. Louis Fred, 10-year Treasury break even. If I search the 10-year Treasury break even, I basically know what tips have done as well, because if the 10-year Treasury falls, yeah, and the tips, yeah, it's just tips down. Yeah, but the spread's down as well. This is the spread. The break even is the measure of the spread between the 10-year Treasury yield and the tips. The tips is negative, so that's why the spread is 2.54. Because if the 10 years at 1.54 and the tips is at -1, then you have a spread of 2.54. And the spread has fallen with the 10-year falling. Okay. I mean, it's pretty crazy. But inflation expectations really rotating down here, potentially, as expectations are that once we finally rotate out of supply and chip crises, that maybe we'll actually be in an environment, and I know this sounds crazy to think about now, but that we could actually be in an environment of oversupply. Again, I know it sounds crazy because right now everything is up, like pricing for everything is up. Turkeys are more expensive, beans are more expensive. They're talking about raising the price of baguettes in France. Nobody wants to pay more money for a baguette in France. I think baguettes used to be like 89 cents. Now they're over $1. And there's a problem with inflation when the price of baguettes are going up in France, and the French are freaking out. Okay. Whew, wow. All right. Well, that's the 10-year break even down. It's really incredible. All right. And then, of course, look at some of the crypto numbers that we have here. So Bitcoin's been interesting. It rallied a little bit over 66,000, coming off of a low of about 61,000 on Saturday. Saturday, we're at 61,000 and we're trending down. And all of a sudden, we start rotating back up. There were a few technical indicators for this. Then you also had the potential news that there was speculation that maybe Elon would park some of his money in crypto in the meantime between taxes and things like that. But since then, things have taken off. I did throw a bunch of money into crypto, which means I did go about 600K into margin again. So I just happened to YOLO $1 million into some crypto over the weekend, which worked out really well because I did that about Saturday midday. So I still had to get a little bit of an entertainment fill of trading this weekend, and I did. I don't know, I had to. That is the nice thing about crypto, is it gives you something to do on the weekend. So I really enjoy that. But anyway, we got Solana down a little bit off of its highs, still up 20% for the week, but down to 244. Cardano back to 203, Dogecoin at 27, and Shiba Inu down to about 56.83 right now. Some of the other exciting, plenty of these are exciting, but Axie was up 11% on the week, down about 2% right now. And then you have Decentraland. Where is it? Here you go. Mana down 16% on the week, but this is after almost 3xing, so in fairness, a little bit of a pullback there. Okay, so I don't know about the New York mayor making this pump happen, but I know that he wants to take his salary in Bitcoin, or at least a few months of which. But look at this interesting sell volume that just came through here on Tesla that really just pulled us down. Right when we started the stream, we were really only down about 4%. Now we're back to about 5% down, but this is really a level where people have been buying the dip at. And look at that bounce right off the VWAP here too. Yeah, so I expect anytime we get to the VWAP, we're going to continue to get bounces off of that. Yeah, people are really wanting to buy the dip as soon as we touch that orange line. Basically, line goes to orange, people buy. Let's see how other things are doing here. So Purple Innovation. Ooh, that has to be bad news. I wonder if they reported this morning. Inflation outlook. Hold on a sec. Who's this?
I didn't like it. They took it back. Did they? Yeah. I said, guys, I don't like this car. Is that okay? We'll take it back. What do they do with it after that? I have no idea. It's not like when you return something to Amazon.
I don't know. They're bantering again. All right, whatever. So let's see what's happening with Purple, because Purple, unless it's a glitch, is down 7.69%. And Purple Innovation falls as Bank of America double downgrades on competition. Ooh, yeah, that's not good. So B of A to underperform. Yeah, this is a Bank of America downgrade here, leading Purple to fall about 7.69%. Peloton down again about 4.69%. The issue with Peloton is we thought kind of the worst was over for Peloton, but then what was it? Was it Peloton that stopped? Hold on a sec. I think it was Peloton that stopped hiring. That was some extra bad news that came out Friday after the close. You got a bunch of additional downgrades in terms of price. But let's see here. There was, where was it? The hiring freeze. I want to say that was Peloton. Let's just Google it really quick. Let's see what we can get. Peloton hiring freeze. Peloton. Yeah, that's what it was. It was after the close. They announced a hiring freeze. And so even though we thought, okay, maybe Peloton's at bottom, nope, had another 4% to go. And a lot of that really because of this hiring freeze, which is expected. I mean, some folks look at it as like a good thing, like, oh, great, that means you're not going to spend as much money. Other folks see this as like, oh, yep, not a good sign. Let's take a look at Trade Desk and see what we have in Trade Desk. Okay, let's see here. Trade Desk. So Trade Desk, individual company news. Wow. Okay. Trade Desk came in with EPS of 12 cents, adjusted EPS at 18 versus the estimate of 14. Revenue came in at 301 versus 283. That's a nice beat. Almost 10% there on a beat. Very good. Yeah, very good beat. And it looks like pre-market here, Trade Desk is really taking off on that news. Darn it. I should have bought more of the dip below 70, and I was looking at it too. But oh well. Yeah, I've got a little bit of a position in Trade Desk. It was one that I was open to adding some more, but also wasn't expecting them to just skyrocket 21%. But anyway, good job, Trade Desk, 21% up at 83 right now. ChargePoint. This morning I thought it was a glitch when it was up like 10% at 1 a.m. But let's see here. Why is it bumping? I actually don't particularly see a reason. Maybe it's the infrastructure package. It could be that. It could be that's probably what it is, actually. It's the infrastructure package passing. That would make sense. See ChargePoint and Blink being up, because remember, they're going to spend like $3.5 billion on charging infrastructure. That's probably why the chargers are jumping today, ChargePoint and Blink. So good for them. And then obviously crypto's up because the crypto related stocks are up because, crypto had a very good weekend. It's pretty much straight up from about mid-Saturday. Matterport sitting up about 2.31%. AMC's coming up about 2% as well. Enphase 1.81%. Nice. Wynn Resorts 1.55. Pretty bullish market here. Outlets up 1.35. Let's see what else is losing. Tesla, Purple, Peloton. Let's see. Shift Technology, Corsair. I mean, these guys only down about 0.5%. Lemonade at 0.4%. Wayfair down fractionally at 0.09%. I mean, these are nominal reads here. Pinterest is up about a third, also relatively nominal. Although Pinterest earnings were pretty good. Yeah, it looks like Affirm's up again, 0.85%. What else? Sunrun, 1.45%. Yeah, and then the energy stocks. Okay. All right. So Wow, cool. Well, there's Tesla. Yeah, it's really vacillating between this 5 and 4% range. So we'll keep an eye on that, obviously. But let's see what other headlines we have in the meantime. And we'll keep an eye as well on Peloton, see when that thing's ever going to hit bottom, if at all. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and see what's news. Roblox tonight. Oh yeah, we do have some. Mondays. We get probably more tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. Today we got trade desk. But let's go ahead and look at after the market. Oh, AMC, PayPal, Roblox, Clover, Virgin Galactic, Smile Direct, Lemonade, Zynga, Nvidia. Wow, these are a lot of earnings today. That's all at the close. So we'll have to take a look at that at the close. Nvidia shares blow past targets in Tesla-like move. Yeah, that's true. And Nvidia is another one that pretty sure they're over 300 again. Let's see here. Nvidia, it's up 1.66% in pre-market. It's gonna be pretty close. It's at 302. Yeah, it is. Net for Cloudflare is sitting at 195, down about 0.74% in the pre-market. Okay, so let's see here. FANG are getting fatter and falling bond yields. U.S. futures rise ahead of CPI. Well, CPI comes out Wednesday, right? Let's just double check. CPI calendar. All right, let's see what we got here. Yep, Wednesday, 5:30 in the morning. I'll see you there then. Yeah, NEO tomorrow. NEO always reports pretty late because that's Chinese morning the next day. So usually that's at like 7 p.m. or something like that. Anyway. Whoa, interesting. Lauren, good call here. Look at that. Peloton to the dirt. Ooh, ouch. They are scraping so hard for new members that they are giving away membership free for the rest of the year. Are you serious? Yeah, that's not good. One Peloton. Let's get this to load. I want to see that. That's very interesting. Okay, so they got the cheaper bike price. Peloton, wait, let's see here. Now free for 2 months. Oh, I guess that makes sense through the end of the year. Okay. Yeah, Peloton app. 2 months free. There's a firm. Wow. Okay. Wow. What else? What else? Buy a Tesla, get a free Peloton. Yeah. All right. So then we have, let's see here. Purple down 7.69. We saw this already. Peloton's actually recovering a little bit. It's only down 3% right now. Yeah, HUD 8's going to be doing well right now because of the rise in Bitcoin price. Remember, HUD 8 is really a hodler, and that's one of the neat things is a lot of the miners didn't used to be hodlers, but now are. Yeah, and remember, Blink and ChargePoint really running off the infrastructure bill passing. Makes sense. Coinbase. I mean, look at this one here. Lucid 3.4. It's good here on a soft Tesla day. You get Lucid going up. All right. Let's see what else we have. Let's go hop in over here. Take a look at the headlines. Let's see if there's anything interesting to read today. So, you know, when the market's just going green, it makes you wonder. Crypto world hits $3 trillion market cap. Wow. Is that true? Let me see here. Coin market cap usually gives us a total. Oh, it fell off a little bit. Look at that. $2.856 trillion. Woo. Nice. All right. Hold on. Let's listen to this for a moment.
Weather are very related. If we don't do this, we're gonna have problems down the road. We're doing mitigations with water. We're quite intelligent now to understand where water is
I want to hear about inflation.
going to be in the future, and we're starting to do mitigation strategies around our farming and our facilities. But I think this is a major growth opportunity for PepsiCo.
Boring. All right. Okay, Financial Times then. SoftBank unveils $8.8 billion buyback following investor pressure. Tesla shares slide after Elon Musk's Twitter poll. Well, we covered that this morning. If you haven't watched the Twitter video or the Tesla video yet from this morning, check that out. Xi Jinping lays the groundwork for third term by adopting Mao and Deng power play. U.S. hedge fund makes $400 million from natural gas price volatility. Jeez. Okay, what else? There's really very little happening right now. It's crazy. It's just basically the stock market's up. Look at that. Dow is up 0.4, S&P up 0.2. NASDAQ mostly flat, though. Ethereum hits new all-time high. We saw that. Ethereum's kicking butt. Bitcoin is as well. I think Bitcoin's outpacing Ethereum for the week. We'll also look at volatility to see what kind of volatility we get. I bet you Tesla's volatility is still going to be high, though. But we'll wait for the market to open to see that. Bitcoin's trending down here a little bit. Look at this. A little bit of a downtrend here on Bitcoin. Yeah, a little bit of some gapping down here. We did run all the way up to about 66.4 at about 1 a.m. It's about straight up from Saturday. And now we're rotating down only a little bit. See that? But that's pretty typical. I've heard of some people express concerns about the infrastructure bill and its impact on inflation. I'm not so worried about it. It's 10 years of spending. Yeah, how many? Yeah, it's a 10-year bill, but the hard infrastructure bill I'm less worried about. I think the social one would be the one to pay attention to a little bit more with inflation considerations. Especially, I mean, maybe a quarter of it is probably paid for, and another chunk of it, maybe is it another quarter or half? I'd have to double check the numbers, but there's another. I want to say about $500 billion is coming from unused COVID money as well. So money that has already been spent but not allocated. So interesting to keep an eye on. So COVID money and then how much of it will actually pay for itself. Those two things will help temper sort of inflation and hopefully inflation fears along with it. And as we see today, inflation fears are going down. We started this video talking about how rates were, the 10-year treasury yield was falling, along with obviously the Chargers and Trade Desk and Tesla here. Updates regarding those, they're not falling. They're doing quite well. Purple down about 8%. Peloton sticking under 4% down, playing around that 390 region. And Tesla's also sitting just around 5%. Not as bad as I thought it might be. Honestly, I thought it could be a lot worse. Yeah, there is actually. I just did a portfolio video. You could watch that, and I show a spreadsheet in there. That spreadsheet will be accessible to course members today, so that way that they always get updates. Whenever you want, you can kind of just go in on that spreadsheet and see updates on it. But yeah, again, I did just make a portfolio video. Wait, did you see why you got to flame Robert like that? So this, by the way, is a reference to the tweet that I quote tweeted this guy. Who? Where was he? Oh yeah, right here. So this guy, Robert Reich, he's like, tax Elon Musk, pass it along. And I'm thinking to myself, like, really? Like, I remember being in kindergarten, and they're like, Jimmy's mom smells, pass it along. Like stupid stuff like that. or you do like party games or whatever, right? So I hear tax Elon Musk, pass it along, and I'm like, super. So I say, imagine going to this guy's house parties if he even has any. It's true. I mean, it's like, could you imagine? Like, what must go through your mind to say stuff so lame? Sorry, it's very sad. Anyway, okay, so relative quiet here, with the exception, obviously, of Trade Desk going to the moon. But then again, it was at these levels before. It had just recently sold down, and this dip really just got bought up. See, look at this. We regularly get these little channels followed by breakouts. Channels followed by breakouts. This was a little bit of a delayed breakout over here. We still got it. Channel, breakout. And now if you zoom in, technically, we're going to see channel and then boop, breakout back to, 83 or something like that? Let me see. Where we sit pre-market, we sit at 84. Yep. So we'll see that shoot right back over. All right. Oh yeah, Rivian's this week. That's right. We'll have to do a video on Rivian. Rivian. Is Robinhood letting you get into the run? I don't know about that. That's a good question. I don't think Robinhood is doing anything special on that one, but I will check. I know if you pre-ordered a Rivian, you get access to about $10,000 pre-IPO. I did pre-order a Rivian, so I have access to that. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I'll make a video on it, but that is definitely on my mind for this week. Let me see here. Just all right, I'm just logging into a darn hood over here. Let's see if they have anything on it. Rivian. Now, if you search it in the app, there's nothing yet on Rivian. IPO access. You go into IPO access. You could also turn on notifications, by the way, for Robinhood if you want that. But let's see here. Nope. No indication yet on Rivian here. All right. Any thoughts on coin earnings tomorrow? Yeah, I mean, look, Coinbase is going to go through this transition where their transaction revenue continues to decline, but you're really trying to and hoping that they start making money off other things. So we expect this big like V shape in their revenue, right? We expect their revenue to come down, which could hurt Wall Street. Wall Street could get butthurt about it and sell off the stock. But what we're trying to see is, when are we going to make that transition from that transactional revenue towards secondary revenues being the killer? Like the big win for the company. So those would be things like whether it's margin or credit card or savings or whatever, some form of other revenue rather than just transaction based. Because Coinbase Pro isn't that expensive. And I recommend people use Coinbase Pro rather than SoFi is letting you on the IPO. Really? I'll take a look at that. Actually, I don't think I have SoFi on here. Oh, no, I do. But anyway, yeah. Okay, cool. So 7 minutes to the market open. SoFi. Here, I'll sign into SoFi. Oh, no, never mind. Don't have the right SoFi password, apparently. So, yeah, that's actually a good question. Who here thinks Tesla might finish green today? That's a good question. Tesla, could you imagine that? You go from a 5% decline and people just buy the crap out of the dip. I mean, really, you had Peloton down about 5% on news that they're freezing all hiring and they're giving away free membership for the next 2 months. It's gonna be interesting. Shift earnings. Yeah. I'm not very optimistic on Shift because of the supply crisis right now. I still hold about 150K Shift, but I'm expecting it to be a lagger until we get this car crisis over, because they need volume. Now they're able to sell cars with a larger margin, which is great, but I think the competition right now is intense, and there just aren't a lot of transactions. Or there are the same amount of transactions, but probably aren't. But they're all sold out, So I don't know. I can't see myself being utterly super bullish, but hey, maybe this will be the opportunity where they finally break out. And that's when it's going to happen with Shift. See, when Shift gets discovered by institutional investors because they realize it's a much better deal than Carvana and Vroom, then I think there's a good shot at Shift moving. But until then, it'll probably chillax and do nothing. ChargePoint 13%. Build-A-Bear is moving up today. What Build-A-Bear? 6.7. Did Build-A-Bear report? What do we got here? Build-A-Bear Workshop. I think another stock split for Tesla would come around 1,500. No particular news. Just social media volume on Build-A-Bear. All right, makes sense. Yeah, let's do a quick little stock twits. Let's see what's stock. Will I buy Nvidia? I don't buy stuff when it's up at the top. I don't really care. If I can't buy Nvidia now, it's fine. There'll be another opportunity in the future. Remember this, folks. You know, it's kind of funny, but when the market's zooming, you're usually sitting here kind of like, dang, I wish I could get a discount on some of these stocks. They're so expensive. And so then it's like, frustrating, right? And it feels safer to just invest because things keep going up, right? But then the market crash comes, right? Then you get the stuff between like what we had in February, March, May, horrible months, second half of February. And then you're like, oh my gosh, when is this going to end? When are we going to get a rally again? And I remember February, March, and May, I'm like, I'm sorry. I think this crap's going to keep going until an end of the year rally. Now, I ended up being right about that. I'm not always right, but was right about that one. And I just think to myself, I think we did the best we could because we just bought the dip over and over and over again. People are like, no, it's going to crash more. And I'm like, not like those May prices. Yeah, those are the times to buy. When other people are like, oh, you're catching a falling knife, it's going to fall more. That's when you know you're getting close to the bottom, usually. Did you see Elon's cryptic tweet on roll the dice, or more like roll your calls? I saw the roll your dice thing. I didn't understand it, and I wasn't going to speculate on that because I don't think Elon Musk is much of a option speculator. Kevin, should I take profit from Tesla and buy it back? My average cost basis is $340. Well, why'd you do that? You know, like all you're really going to do is pay taxes on that. If you wanted to diversify your portfolio, that'd be one thing. But, geez, your basis is $340, and you just sell it now for like $1,200. First of all, congrats. Second of all, say goodbye to half of that. Personally, I'd rather not do that. Lucid is running, by the way. It's up 4.2% right now. It's really impressive. Lucid's been kicking some butt. That's another one I like watching. Okay, so going into the opening bell here, what do we have? Well, Trade Desk and the Chargers and crypto miners are going to the moon. Tesla's down 6%. Oh, it just lost another percent here. We might get a nice solid dip here. Let's see what happens. Kind of curious to see how this opens up. This is gonna be a fun open. To watch that, I expect to see a very large red candlestick on Tesla, just like push this thing down potentially to under 1,100, and I expect it to just get bought. No guarantees. Who knows? Maybe it'll be the beginning of this falling under 1,000 again. Which that's when we're gonna have much juicier pricing. In my Tesla video this morning, I went through the spreadsheet again. I'm like, the conservative return is much juicier under 1,000 than it is where it is now. Lemonade's down 1.41% as well. Yeah, no, quantum computing, it's not for me. Not for me yet. All right, let's see here. Tesla to 1K. That would, I feel like, be a gift if Tesla actually went under a K. But we're about to find out. So here we go. It's going to be fun.
What, did you think about landing a man on Saturn? No, he You'll love his keynote.
They're a little late on the bell today. There you go. Okay. What? Next Door is public? I don't know. Next Door got to ring the bell. Here it is. Here's that candle. This is what we were expecting. Come on. Let's see how low it goes. It's the institution's opportunity to dump. So there's a fight going on here. This is interesting. A lot of volume. I don't think you're speculating when you get compensated in stock options. That's very common in tech. Dow just hit a record high, by the way. Yeah. I'm surprised, honestly. There's a lot of volume here on Tesla, but it's oh, there we go. Just got a little bit of a push down. A little $5 gap down. I'm surprised it's not moving more than this. It's really sticking at about 1142, 1141. It's not bad. The more it shows resistance here to falling through, or I suppose the other way, the more it shows support, the better. Because this is a hard test for Tesla, and it's holding this. That's impressive. All right. So at the open, we are EVgo. Wow, 25% on EVgo. My goodness. Blink and ChargePoint up 11 and 12%. 11 and 12%. Proterra, Marathon Digital. Here are the miners kicking butt. Darden is up 5.75%. Matterport is up 3.3%. Nice. Lucid Group, almost 7%, y'all. Almost 7% on Lucid. That's incredible. Tesla back to 1152. That we did not get a massive dip. Certainly got a dip. Peloton down about 5.23. Definitely got a dip. But look at that. It is being bought up right away. We expected to see the arrow go down. We expected it to have a buy the dip situation. But honestly, I was a little more bearish there. I was expecting it to go down a little more. Let's see here. Oof. Okay. Let's see. That's pins. Okay. Just looking at some options that we have. Yeah, options on Tesla definitely shifted a lot. I've closed the vast majority of my Tesla options, but I had Tesla option. I have 2 left, so I've closed like 10 of them. Boy, oh boy, yeah, one of them's gains got cut in half on today's fall. But look at the green coming back here on Tesla. This is just pure buy the dipping is what you're getting here. It's kind of incredible. All right, it's not bad. Honestly, 5.2%, not bad. Probably buoyed a little bit by those Chinese reportings that, or the reporting of how many vehicles China manufactured and sold in China for October. Really good, especially since there was a holiday. There was a 6-day. I should have mentioned that in my morning video this morning, but 6 days of shutdown in China. And Tesla still, during a supply crisis, delivers a record number of vehicles. It's absolutely shocking, in line with last month. But the fact that it didn't go down with 6 days missing from the month, shocker, total shocker. Okay, let's see if there were any opportunities here. Tesla is just continuing to move. Let's see here. Peloton's trying to pull a Tesla and go green here. Tesla's going green. It's 1160 right now. Let's see if it goes green on the day. That'll be nuts. That'll mean you've got the biggest buy the dip culture in Tesla if Tesla ends up going green today. It's got 4.5% to go. It's entirely possible. Sheep is dropping about 5.58%. You've got Dave & Buster's really was looking for this one to fall. But after that not only the Merck pill, but the Pfizer pill, the one everybody calls Pfizer Mectin, After that emergency COVID pill, you've really seen recovery have a nice solid boost here. Net, it's another one of those I'm looking to get into, down about 0.5%. Let's go to the top of the chart. Again, Chargers, Miners, and Lucid. Chargers, Miners, and Lucid up 5.12%. Wow. Gevo is even up. Affirm is up. How is Affirm up 3%? We are literally about to hit 170. Look at that, folks. We hit 169.75 on Affirm. This is ridiculous. I mean, this is, by the way, one that I banned myself from ever selling calls on, and I'm so grateful of that because I got screwed twice on it. Obviously, I'm very profitable on Affirm, but still, like those 2 moments there. Oh, somebody put in a market order and got executed at 170.17. Nice. 170.17 there for Affirm. That's a record intraday all-time high. Very nice. Tesla, I'm blown away. It continues to run here. If this trend is correct, and so far, Tesla has a very good shot at closing green today, which will honestly be mind-blowing. There's no way I think Peloton's going to end up closing green today. That I don't think. Tesla's got a chance. Trade Desk selling off a little bit, was up about 23% there in the pre-market. ChargePoint up 9%. Very nice. How would I hedge downswings in the market? I would be out of margin, and I would start raising my cash position. I would close options and set aside as much cash as possible. If that meant trimming a little bit, I would do that. I generally don't short the market. Generally not, because the market, I mean, you don't have the wind at your back. I'd rather just put money in cash. Sometimes what I'll even do is I'll put money into something like metkevin.com/basket. And see, the reason I put something into metkevin.com/basket is you get that pure diversification. Well, it's not really pure, but you get a really good amount of diversification. And the return for the basket here. The basket is a mix between the Russell, the NASDAQ, the Dow, and the S&P at allocation weights that I like. And its year-to-date return is surprisingly similar to the S&P 500, except you have, in my opinion, more downside diversification because you're spread into multiple of these different indices here. It's just an idea. I don't use this, but there have been times that I have used it. And it's usually those transition periods of time where I'm looking for something to do with my cash. I'm waiting for a dip opportunity. Because think about it this way. If the indices are down 5%, certain tech stocks are down 30%. So you may as well like park your money. And this, we talk about this, by the way, in the Stocks and Psychology Money Group all the time. Y'all know there's a course coupon code down below. The price does go up every so often. So before this one expires, check out that coupon code. StockDoc is the code, and get yourself the best current available pricing. But anyway, one of the things we regularly talk about there is how if you're waiting to buy a house, or you don't feel comfortable in buying something, you can't find any opportunities right now, go for the pies. metkevin.com/basket if you really want a lot of diversification. Maybe metkevin.com/pie if you want something a little bit more selected, but modify things, right? Not financial advice. Anyway, let's go ahead and see what other news we have. So I have to say, I'm very impressed with the Tesla move, although it's starting to flatten a little bit. Holy smokes, look at that there. For a moment, we hit 1177 there, and now we're inflecting back to the downside. But a lot of buy the dipping happening here on Tesla. Very, very impressive that you're having this. It's down about 420 right now. Peloton about 5.8. Sheeb 55.86. See what else here. Purple's down 6 on that double B of A downgrade. Zoom down 1.77. Domino's down 1.34%. Square down about 0.87. Tattooed Chef down about 0.5%. Apple down about 0.25%, sitting about 150. Robinhood almost 37. That was at like 34 last week. It's crazy. Don't tell me Affirm's running again. Let me see here. Lucid's at 6%, and so is Affirm. Oh my gosh. Affirm is now at 174. This is insane. It's absolutely insane. Holy smokes. It's now at 176. Or at least a brief market order went through at 176. Wow. Wow, that is really something. Airbnb too. Look at that Airbnb run, folks. Another 4% over here at 210. Whew. Not in here. These are some big moves. Bitcoin's selling off a little bit. Gave up about $1,000 in the last couple hours here. Ethereum as well a little bit. Ethereum was knocking on the door of 5K, folks. That's going to happen soon. My guess is 5K before the end of the year is like almost in the bag. I don't know if we'll run to 6 or 7, somewhere around there. Maybe. Do I think we'll get to 10K this year on Ethereum? Probably not. Okay, so Lucid, I mean, not bad either. Look at this. Lucid 7.3% right here. Very impressive. As Affirm sitting here at 611, and Matterport sitting at only 2.5, along with Tesla. Tesla, of course. Wow, it's going back up again. Look at this. Oh my gosh. You can't keep it down, folks. It is pushing. Only down about 3.9 to 4% right now. Hey, C3 AI is running. Let's go. C3 AI up 2%. Enphase up 1.5. Etsy's up 1.75. Can't stop Etsy. This is going to be the year of Etsy right here. People buying unique things, not running into supply chain issues for the holidays. Ooh, right when I say that, that C3 AI is running, you get this big red candlestick that shows up. It's kind of funny how that works. Darn. That's all right. Tesla still recovering. That's so shocking. All right, let's see what else we have here. Let's go to Bloom. Let's see. Any news other than record highs? Do we have any actual news? I don't really think we do. Ethereum hits all-time new high. Okay, we saw this. Aging baby boomers raise the risk of long-term care crisis in the UK. Well, yeah, it's sad. Look at all the indices. All of them up 0.25% now. It's impressive. Okay, we looked at Bloomberg. Let's try the Wall Street Journal. Oh, is it going to make me sign in? No? Okay, good. Let's see here. SoftBank, Millennials. Chinese junk bond yields top 25% as property market strains intensify. Well, that's never good. Manufacturers expect infrastructure project to boost sales and ease transport snarls. Oh, really? Let's look at a couple of these things. Now, this is interesting. Manufacturers expect the infrastructure project to boost sales and ease transport snarls. Now, it makes sense, but the infrastructure plan is a 10-year plan. So I wonder what part of that $1.2 trillion infrastructure plan they're talking about as potentially helping supply chain issues get eased. U.S. manufacturers said the new, it's about a $1.2 trillion bill, will support years of public works projects that will create demand for maintenance equipment and construction supplies and potentially push prices higher. Oh, manufacturers are also expected to benefit from having refurbished, expanded ports, airports, and yeah, see, consider this, folks. Manufacturers adding efficiency, adding machinery line, adding sorting facilities. You're adding more capabilities to airports, ports, roads, everything. Everything's getting more capabilities because of the supply chain crisis. And it's about to be really efficient. It's going to be nuts. Microsoft Bill Gates may have become Musk plus Bezos rich. Oh. Bill Gates might have ended up richer than Elon Musk and Bezos combined by hanging on to Microsoft rather than selling. Gates had the equivalent of 2.06 billion shares of Microsoft in September 1998 when the software maker became the most valuable company in the world. Wow. Gates's 1998 holding would have been worth 693 billion, topping Musk's net worth of about 340 billion, and Bezos at about 200. He sold the vast majority of his Microsoft stock before leaving the board in 2020. Wow. Wow. That's incredible. All right. Well, that's what happens when you paper hand. Tesla rotating back down, sitting at about 1165 right now. Whoa, Lucid keeps going. It is at 8.5% now. This is incredible. What a run. Affirm at 5.49%. Really, really good. Airbnb's up 3.8. Wow. This is just euphoria time. And really, there's little standing in the way right now. I mean, it always does fall, but the question is when? When? C3AI rotating nicely higher. Voyager Digital rotating higher by a couple percent. I saw NEO get shouted out. How's NEO doing? Yeah, 2%. All right. Yeah, Tesla with that rotation. All right. So... which makes surveying equipment and construction software, said the bill would boost the company's long-term outlook and start to affect results in 2023. Wow, it'd take a while to really affect results. That makes sense, but you'll mostly start seeing some of that get priced in, usually about 18 months before. Although I wouldn't be surprised if it's up today. Trimble. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Yeah, it's up a couple percent. Okay. I mean, nothing like the Chargers or Lucid. The Chargers and Lucid are just the ones that are running the show today. Chargers, Lucid, and crypto. Trade desk on earnings. Okay. So how do you diagnose Beyond Meat? Yeah, Beyond's an interesting one. I liked Beyond for a period of time. Yeah, now after the pandemic, it has just been mostly after the pandemic. It's been a little bit of a lagger, and it's because it's relatively expensive. Let me pull up the fundamental. I don't even know if they're profitable yet, but I think they're probably going to be profitable next year. Let's see here. All right. So, yeah, good entry point for Lucid. You know I don't invest when it's skyrocketing. So, expecting to be profitable actually in 2023 on Beyond Meat, currently selling for about 30 times 2025 net estimates. You do have a nice margin of about 30%, but obviously net income is still negative right now. Growth is expected to be strong. 23% this year, 50% next year, 27%, 18%, 39%. It's getting juicier, but who knows? Beyond Meat could continue to sell. As remember, you still have swing traders in a lot of these COVID stocks thinking there's a chance, but there's a chance you're going to see another winter wave of COVID. Lucid now up almost 10%. Congratulations, Lucid shareholders. This is an absolute crush right here. Very, very nice. 5.4% to the downside on Tesla. Tesla really struggling to get out here. Peloton is evaporating. Peloton is worsening now. Peloton now down 7.3% to 51.55. As not only they freeze hiring, but are now giving away 2 months of the Peloton membership. Yeah, Tesla semis being delivered to Pepsi in Q4. Wow. Yeah, I hadn't heard about that actually. That would be interesting. Maybe some prototype vehicles, but I couldn't imagine mass scale would be ready. Chinese junk bond yields top 25% as property market strains intensify. The biggest sell-off that China's international junk bond market has ever seen has wiped out around a third of bondholders' wealth in just 6 months. The steep and rapid decline shows how regulatory curbs on borrowing, extremely dislocated credit markets, and slowing home sales have provided pressure, have combined to pressure more Chinese property developers, which account for most of Chinese high-yield debt issuance. Okay. Market sentiment is still very weak. I mean, I would bet on that as well, that you're not going to have a very quick recovery in the real estate market there in China. No, I haven't really been finding any kind of signs of a potential concern for the United States here. Peloton free falling, basically down 8% right now. Okay. What else? Wow, look at Lucid. I mean, this is just killing it. Holy moly. 11.8% on Lucid right now. Wow. Wow, Lucid is killing it. 11.4% right now. Absolutely crushing it. It is your EV rally. Oh my gosh, it's your everything rally. Because look, Sunrun's up 7.6%. Affirm's up 7%. The blockchain ones are up because crypto shot up. Matterport up 3.7% again. Coinbase 3.5. Enphase is up 3.4. You can't keep this rally down. You get a sell-off on some of these. You want to buy the dip, you better be fast on buying the dip because it's going to be gone the next day. That's crazy. With the exception of Peloton. That one just keeps going down. Tesla, though, struggling to really stay above 170. Worth noting, it's struggling at that 170 level. Okay, otherwise, relatively stable. Wow, here's Nextdoor. 22%. Did they just list? No, they've been open for a while. I wonder what the news was on Nextdoor, but anyway. Yeah, Neo's definitely lagging behind. Could definitely do a lot more, or have a lot more of a run, especially if Lucid's going to skyrocket and if what's it called, Rivian's going to skyrocket. Neo's got to catch up. Rising tide. Okay. Well, relatively stable here. Is Palantir mooning as well? Is that true? Yeah, Peloton's up 3.5%. It's amazing. 26.93. Wow. I have a line drawn, by the way, at 27.06. Peloton's now down 8.3%. Oh, gosh, it keeps bleeding. It just gets worse and worse and worse. No talk about legalizing marijuana in the Senate. I have not seen that anywhere. You might be talking about a House bill that's passed like 3 times before. All right, NerdWallet rotating down about 5% as momentum starts to fade. Not uncommon at all. Yeah, and Trade Desk just killed it with their earnings. All right, what do we got here? 10% on Lucid. It's really incredible. Affirm. I mean, you just can't keep this market down. Let's type in, let's see here, SPY. Oops. There we go. Oh, yeah. S&P 500 on the day right here. Had a little rally, softened. We'll see if we end up pushing past that. Yes. Draw the line higher on Palantir. I think I might actually have another one. But anyway. All right, let's take a brief listen to this here.
On Nextdoor, people come with high intent and they stick around. We are best in class in terms of people who come and are still there 2 years later. We literally are best in class at that point.
International growing faster than domestic.
International growing faster because, as you said, in the US, we're already in 1 in 3 households. In the UK, we just hit 1 in 5. But we know that everyone in the world is a neighbor. The TAM is global. And so as we're going around the world, we're learning. So our playbook gets better and better.
Oh, she's good at pitching. The TAM is global. I can't stand Nextdoor, honestly. Like, you go in there and it is a complaint fest of your neighbors. Oh my gosh. Like, you want to have an HOA without having an HOA? Nextdoor is for you. But anyway, obviously they do a good job. Lucid, killing it. Very impressive. Not much news. I'll tell you, it's kind of boring. Like, the numbers are great. Tesla's, in the grand scheme of things, Tesla's not really down that much. 4.3%, a little give back. Like, we could have been down 4% and not even talked about Elon Musk potentially selling. Oh well. How's AI? Let's take a look at that. C3A. Is Gevo moving too? Nice. Yeah, there we go. C3A. Finally. Good. Almost up 3%. Let's go. This is all stimulus pumps, right? I mean, basically. Every time I talk about it, it goes down that one. Volta. Oh my gosh. Volta's up 11.7%. Wow. It's all you could say right now. It's all you could say. The market is just killing it. I do want to see Lemonade's earnings. That's going to be interesting. All right, come on. Where's some news? Aluminum steadies as China auto sales drop. Well, not for Tesla. Tesla killed it in China. All right, there's got to be something. Not really. Gosh, yeah, if the Wall Street Journal doesn't have anything, I mean, we've gone Barron's, Financial Times, CNBC, Wall Street Journal. Here's the New York Times, which I know everybody loves the New York Times, but we could go to the business section. Oops. There we go. Heating bills, payments company. Ooh, here's a payments company. That's interesting. What company? $2.5 billion amid India's stock boom? Oh my gosh. Aye. All right. Okay. Is that true? Reddit is turning karma points into crypto? Reddit to tokenize karma points. And wow, that could be an income stream for them. Wow, may soon convert karma points to Ethereum-based tokens and onboard 500 million new crypto users in the process. Wow, 500 million, geez. All right. All right. One more check here. Let's see here. Tesla, 4.5% to the downside. Pretty stable there right now. Oh my gosh. As soon as that lady started talking about TAM being global, boom, explodes. Just went from being up like 20% to being up 50%. That's crazy. Nextdoor kills it. That's actually a good sign for Rivian because you've got a lot of euphoria on the market right now. And when there's euphoria, the IPOs do great. See, there was not a lot of euphoria when Robinhood IPO'd. And it didn't do well the first couple days that it was listed. I think it was the third day we had a little bit of a momentum squeeze, but that was temporary. So this was, let's see, Tesla still flat here at 444 to the downside. Else did. Lucid, that 10%. Wow. Whoa, Matterport's coming out of nowhere. Matterport up 5% right now with a firm up 5. All right. Oh, did AI dump? Really? AI? Oh, well, that's not. That's just a normal fluctuation. That's not that big of a deal. The thing's still up. Yeah, it's still up 1.76%. So lost 1%. I mean, that's very, very normal. I wish there was like something to cover here, but I mean, no news is good news, I suppose. That's the way to look at it. Tesla stock slides. I mean, I guess a slide is an okay way to put it. 4%. It's really, wow. You know, if you were if you're in crypto, you look at 4% as like, ha, that's it. I don't even get up for 4%. Can you do an exposed video Solana? That's interesting. I didn't hear about that, but I'll write that down. Okay. No news, but yeah, well, I'm not going to do a fundamental analysis. Oh my gosh. DraftKings, for example. What is DraftKings at? DraftKings, yeah, DraftKings I know fell, and they had some price target cuts after their earnings. Still green, 0.29% today. Lemonade's up 0.25% right before earnings. Tesla sitting at 471. Peloton 8.5 to the downside, and C3 AI up about 1.3 now. So gave up another 0.5% there. Open Doors, or I'm sorry, Next Door, not Open Door, is the one that's running, along with Lucid, Crypto Miners, Affirm, Matterport, and some of these other tech companies. Overall, pretty incredible market. Yeah, and unfortunately, with very little of anything to cover. We do have 10-year treasury yields falling more. All the indices are green. 10-year treasury at 1.481. Very, very low. Yeah, Ragnar, there's a button that lets you join next to the subscribe button, but you can't do it on the iPhone or iPad because Apple wants their revenue. All right, cool. So we're going to be going to the course member live stream here soonish. Within the next, it depends what if the kids are awake. We'll see. But anyway, stay tuned for that alert. If you want to join and join in on the course member live streams, definitely make sure you check out the link down below. Use that coupon code StockDoc. Thanks so much for being here. I'm going to make some more coffee, and wow, not as bad as expected for Tesla. So good news, and otherwise, not a lot of news there in the market. Kind of crazy. Anyway, thanks so much for being here, and we'll see you next one.